Hey guys, how you doing? Mechanic here, back with more Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich. Now, as you probably saw by the title, this is going to be the last episode of this campaign, which I'm a little bit sad about. I'm a little sad to see it go, but I'm also happy in that we get to move on to bigger and better things. I think that most of you figured out that I have never ever had any sort of experience with Kaiserreich before this campaign, if it wasn't made obvious by how poorly I did in certain situations. Now, we did end up winning, and that is the most important thing here, is that we did win. We beat the ever-loving piss out of Germany and friends, and we even took some of their lands. At the end of, the negotiations for, how this is going to end up, I was a little bit generous and I granted them some of their own lands. Just because I didn't want yet World War III to break out, 20 years later. And what happened now, like right before I started the video, guys, is that Serbia declared war on us. I have no idea. No idea why they would have done such a thing. It makes absolutely no sense. I mean, I knew they were going to be bad news, but it doesn't matter. So, what are my thoughts on this campaign? Now, as you guys may or may not know, I absolutely hate Africa. I cannot stand Africa. Africa is the worst to fight through. There's no supply. It takes like 20 days for one unit to get from one province to the next. It's just the worst. I can't stand it. So I'm going to leave that part out of my review because you obviously know how I feel about it. But for this scenario that we were given, where Germany won World War One, we were somehow miraculously intact, and we did actually stay on that path. Now, starting out, if you guys don't remember, you can see right here, there's a massive string of forts, which I built up immediately thinking that that was the only way to save us from Germany. Well, as it turns out, Germany wouldn't even attack us given one division in each province, in each of these provinces down the line. So maybe that was due to the fortresses in place that we built, or maybe it was just due to the AI that didn't want to attack France. But we spent the majority of the war not attacking each other and fighting over the Netherlands. Okay, thank you. And I thought that was kind of brilliant, especially what I also found brilliant was the decisions that we had to make, as well as some of the, yeah. Okay, excuse me. Mexico is called Central America. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause this so we can get on our way with this, guys. Yeah, some of the decisions that we had were actually quite brilliant. The developers of this truly integrated, the decision making with the outcome of your country, which didn't necessarily happen in vanilla. You could make a lot of crazy decisions just to scoop up bonuses and never have to follow down the path of what that truly meant. And they did that in this mod, and I really appreciated that. But the one thing that I think everybody who has followed this campaign for more than an episode can agree on is that it is not optimized, guys. I have a pretty decent rig, and this was the slowest campaign. And what I mean by slow is, watch this. You see the hours ticking by. I'm on the red line here. I'm on as fast as it can go, and I'm only going that many hours per second. You see that? 19, 20, 21, 22. It should be going so much faster, but it is not. And that is, the biggest part of why this campaign took as many episodes as it did, because we were sitting here waiting for time to tick by, especially, during attacks and during campaigns that we were doing. It just took forever for us to get by. So that is my biggest chief complaint about this mod. And The second thing is that I don't know if this is a fair complaint or not, but I noticed a huge difference in the combat stats of divisions. Not just from my last campaign or from, vanilla. I just find that the offensive stats for our players have been really, really nerfed. And I didn't appreciate that. There's no reason they should be. I couldn't find a good reason why they would, other than to prolong this conflict. And I'm sure they needed, those stats to make sure the conflict lasts as long as they needed to. But I just didn't see a reason for it, guys. And those are my two only real complaints. I would love to say that I have, mental or philosophical reasons for not liking this mod, but I do like the mod, and I thank you guys for pushing me to play it, because I never would have played it otherwise. The only reason that we had this campaign was because it was requested. So in closing, what I want to say is, if you guys do have a mod that you want to see played, or any kind of DLC otherwise that you want to see played in a specific country, please let me know, because chances are I will do it, and I will enjoy your guys' company while we do it. And thank you again for all the support that I've received on this series. You guys have literally changed my life, and I'm not saying that lightly. You guys have changed the way I look at gaming, changed the way that I, just approach my everyday. And, it will not be forgotten. It will not be forgotten, and I love you guys so much. So, in closing, we kicked the ever-loving shit out of them. And by them, I mean Germany and France. Thank you guys so much for causing this series to happen, and for all the support that you've given on it. I will see you in the next war. Bye-bye.